Arriving passengers at the RLB International Airport in St. Kitts will enjoy a more seamless and efficient process as the St. Kitts and Nevis Immigration Department upgrades to a fourth-generation border management system. The new system integrates the online entry application KNA travel form, facilitates e-visa processing payment, and features the advanced passenger information dashboard, among other systems. The introduction of a 5 automated passport control kiosk is a highlight of the new experience. According to a press release from the St. Kitts Nevis Information Service, the kiosks allowing arriving passengers who are 14 years and older bearing machine-readable passports from member states of the Caribbean Community, Canada, the United Kingdom, and the United States to avoid long queues and lengthy manual passport checks by an immigration officer. Built-in components such as cameras and pre-approved checks will maintain the integrity of the secure entry protocols into the Federation. Travelers must also present a printout of the information confirmation receipt from the kiosks to an immigration officer. The automated passport control kiosks go live on Monday, March 25, 2024. Chief Immigration Officer Sheldon Jeffers described the inclusion of the kiosk as having 5 additional immigration officers on the floor. The system will initially cater to returning nationals and persons bearing passports from member states of the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, the OECS. Passport holders from the other aforementioned qualifying countries will be included at the end of March. The release concluded the new border management system is in keeping with the government's strategy to employ practical and efficient e-solutions as the Federation transitions into a sustainable island state. I'm Andre Huey for SKN Newsline.
Addressing the opening of the Regional Security System Council of Ministers for the first time as chairman, Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew pointed to 2 significant situations that could have an overwhelming and destabilizing impact on the region. Prime Minister Drew is in Guyana for the meeting of the RSS Council, taking over chairmanship at a time when Haiti is in turmoil and a border dispute between Guyana and Venezuela is yet to be resolved. He said that CARICOM has pursued a policy of dialogue to avoid countries in the region adopting military options to resolve border disputes.
I want to continue to stress that the CARICOM will continue to use this as our most significant strategy and tactic to maintain our region as a region of peace. And with that, I want to thank CARICOM. I want to thank CARICOM for its leadership with respect to bringing Venezuela and Guyana together in dealing with a significant security matter. And therefore, CARICOM's importance can never be overstated. I want to also say that we are dealing with the matter of Haiti. And for us to understand that as we speak about security here, a destabilized Haiti can never result in a stabilized region. I will state it the other way. An unstable Haiti will result in an unstable region. For the mere fact that Haiti's population, I think, is more than all the other member states put together. That includes those, even the bigger countries, such as Guyana, Trinidad and Tobago, and Jamaica. With all of the other member states, Haiti is almost twice in terms of its population size compared to the rest of the member states, which means that if that country becomes so unstable that it starts to affect in even greater proportion our region therefore can become unstable. And so I want to press upon us the importance of a resolution to the matter in Haiti.
The ministers of the RSS Council will also focus on other equally pressing matters affecting the region, such as narcotics trafficking, the illegal guns and ammunition trade, gang violence, and human trafficking. Glenn Bart reporting for SK Newsline.
Youth Business St. Kitts and Nevis presents Your Path to Entrepreneurship. Are you a young dreamer eager to turn your passion into profit? Whether you're unemployed, seeking a side hustle, or simply craving the freedom of being your own boss, we are here to guide you every step of the way. Join us on Monday, March 25th, 2024 from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the NEMA building for an empowering journey towards entrepreneurship. Our expert team is ready to equip you with essential training and the necessary tools to kickstart your business endeavors. Don't let uncertainty hold you back. Take charge of your future today by signing up for our exclusive event. Call 1-869-767-3717 or email youthbusinessskn@outlook.com to secure your spot. Your entrepreneurial journey starts here.
So the reason I love the cable, the prices are reasonable and affordable, and they give back so much to the community and the country.
It's the event of the year when Gospel Outreach Ministries present Jesus Party Sunset Cruise on Sunday, March 31st at 5 p.m. on the Prince Devontae J, featuring M1, Roots Gospel Band, and Tehila. Tickets $60. Call 663-1528 to purchase your tickets. It's the Jesus Party Sunset Cruise, March 31st on the Prince Devontae J, leaving the marina at 5 p.m. Don't you miss it.
Just in the city. Just in the city. In the city. Just in the city.
This is a tsunami warning. Please head to higher ground immediately.
A tsunami is a long, high sea wave caused by earthquakes and other disruptions that affect coastal populations, causing significant damage to property and infrastructure, but more importantly, can cost lives. That is why more attention is being paid to raise awareness among the citizens and residents of Eastern Caribbean countries through the annual exercise called Carib Wave. The Eastern Caribbean is prone to numerous earthquakes each year, most in locations under the Atlantic Ocean and the Caribbean Sea. It is prudent, officials say, that our citizens and residents understand the hazard. Following the 21st March Carib Wave exercise on St. Kitts, NEMA's acting Deputy Disaster Coordinator, Erika Lelon-Petty, explained the tsunami hazard for St. Kitts and Nevis.
So a tsunami can be generated by a number of things. The main thing that a tsunami can be generated by is an earthquake, and an earthquake 6.7 magnitude or higher, and this earthquake has to happen in shallow water for it to generate a tsunami, because not all earthquakes generate tsunamis. A tsunami can also be generated by an underwater volcano. For example, we have Kikemjeni in the Caribbean. Just the other day, it had a bit of activity, and that's why anytime it's active, we pay close attention to it. It can also be generated by landslide within the ocean. So anything that can potentially disrupt the ocean floor, in a sense that it can cause wave movement, can basically generate the tsunami.
And what are you telling the communities about what to look out for in terms of sight and sound?
Okay, so when we speak about tsunamis, we use 4 words: feel, see, hear, and run. If you feel a strong shaking, and what I mean by strong shaking is so strong that you cannot remain upright, it damages buildings, it bring down trees and poles. That's one of the warning signs of a tsunami. When you see the receding sea, meaning that you see the sea going back, and it going back so much that you could actually see the ocean floor, you could see the fishes, you could see the reefs, that's another warning sign of a tsunami. Of course, when the waves are coming back now, they come back with such a loud roar. So if you hear a loud roar coming from the sea and you realize that the sea has receded, that is a definite sign that a tsunami wave is coming. And the action, which is run, we would encourage persons, if they see these warning signs, that they would head to higher ground or further inland. Of course, we also have our natural tsunami warning signs. We always like to say, you look at the animals' behavior, because animals sometimes are the first sign that something is coming. When they start to, behave erratic, you be on alert that something may be imminent.
According to the University of the West Indies Seismic Research Center, there have been 10 confirmed tsunamis recorded in the past 5 centuries, causing approximately 350 deaths. Glenn Bart reporting for SK Newsline.
Member of Parliament for St. Christopher 6, Dr. Denzel Douglas, celebrated 35 years of service with the launch of his new book, Making a Difference. The event, which took place at the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank's Sir Cecil Jacobs Auditorium this week, drew a distinguished crowd, marking a significant milestone in the career of Dr. Douglas. Making a Difference is a book that focuses on the period 2004 to 2015. According to a press release, the collection of speeches presented in this volume captures the essence of a transformative period in the nation's history, offering insights and reflections from Dr. Douglas's third and fourth terms in office. The first 2 terms were covered in his first book, Coming of Age, published in 2009. The launch of Making a Difference was attended by Her Excellency, the Governor-General, Dame Marcella Liburd, members of the Federal Cabinet, and former ministers of government, distinguished members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, as well as students from schools across St. Kitts and Nevis and constituents from St. Christopher 6. Highlighting the event was a keynote address by Dr. Kenny Anthony, former Prime Minister of St. Lucia, who reflected on the contributions of Dr. Douglas to regional dialogue and cooperation. Several invited guests received copies of the book, and each secondary and tertiary educational institution in St. Kitts and Nevis was also presented with copies. I'm Andre Huey for SKN Newsline.
Youth Business St. Kitts and Nevis presents Your Path to Entrepreneurship. Are you a young dreamer eager to turn your passion into profit? Whether you're unemployed, seeking a side hustle, or simply craving the freedom of being your own boss, we are here to guide you every step of the way. Join us on Monday, March 25th, 2024 from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Nima Building for an empowering journey towards entrepreneurship. Our expert team is ready to equip you with essential training and the necessary tools to kickstart your business endeavors. Don't let uncertainty hold you back. Take charge of your future today by signing up for our exclusive event. Call 1-869-767-3717 or email youthbusinessskn@outlook.com to secure your spot. Your entrepreneurial journey starts here.
So the reason I love the cable, the prices are reasonable and affordable, and they give back so much to the community and the country.
It's the event of the year when Gospel Outreach Ministries present Jesus Party Sunset Cruise on Sunday, March 31st at 5 p.m. on the Prince Devontae J, featuring M1, Roots Gospel Band, and Tehila. Tickets $60. Call 663-1528 to purchase your tickets. It's the Jesus Party Sunset Cruise, March 31st on the Prince Devontae J, leaving the marina at 5 p.m. Don't you miss it.
Gist in the city. Gist in the city. Gist in the city. Gist in the city.
Antigua and Barbuda's ambassador to the Organization of American States, OAS, Sir Ronald Sanders, is making a case for small island states which are impacted by drought and climate change. Some, such as Antigua and Barbuda, are heavily reliant on reverse osmosis plants to produce potable water. At Wednesday's regular meeting of the Permanent Council, Ambassador Sanders, using Antigua and Barbuda as an example, says lending institutions need to be more flexible with their lending terms.
Needs must be matched by resources. And if the needs is water, and it is now critically a need, and we have to buy reverse osmosis plants, we've got to invest in that. Surely, the financial institutions should start gearing their lending programs to take account of the need for the machinery that we have to buy and to make the terms of loans and more affordable.
The ambassador says this will allow countries to invest in the infrastructure needed, like reverse osmosis plants, to prevent the population from dying of thirst. He also addressed how the island's food security is impacted due to the lack of adequate water supply.
We, incidentally, can't grow agricultural products in our country, so we have increasing food insecurity because production in agriculture needs water. And our water is now so expensive, and we have just introduced a new tax on our own people to pay for the machinery that we are bringing in, a tax that they can hardly afford.
Ambassador Sanders says water is a fundamental need, and on that basis, development banks need to tailor their resources to meet real needs. Myrtle Bruno-Hodge, ABS News.
The Attorney General is tonight defending the government's refusal to accede to human rights organization Amnesty International's request that the Bahamas and other jurisdictions for the time being halt deportations of Haitian nationals. Senator the Honorable Ryan Pinder explaining to ZNS News today why stopping deportations would create an untenable situation for the Bahamas.
The challenges that we face as a small island country and the country that is really most exposed to illegal migrant activity coming from Haiti as compared to the other Caribbean countries. And so, you know, we sympathize with the situation in Haiti. I think the Prime Minister has always been very clear on that. We do what we can to assist the situation diplomatically, but we also have a priority that we must protect our borders and we must protect our country. That is our sovereign right, and we will continue to do that with a sympathetic approach.
I love the cable because they really look out for different groups of people. I'm on the creative pack, and they provide services tailored and dedicated to people just like me.
Introducing St. Kitts and Nevis's newest TV channel, Television Caribbean, TVC Channel 40, on the cable's Ultra TV. TVC promises to deliver the finest in television broadcasting in St. Kitts and Nevis and the Caribbean, with some of the best local programs in news, sports, and entertainment. Join us for Insights, where we delve into the lives of our guests.
Let me see what happened if I put this to it. Big explosion, like, okay, note to self, don't do that again.
Or get in-depth analysis on Newsline 360. We have sports, entertainment, and inspiration. It's all here on TVC Channel 40 on the cables Ultra TV, on Tel TV cable network in St. Martin, and on our website www.tvcplus.live. TVC Channel 40. See the difference.
Online radio has never been this great. It's Voice of the Caribbean Radio at voiceofthecaribbean.net. Tune into Voice of the Caribbean Radio for great Caribbean programs, news, entertainment, sports, and current affairs. Wake up each morning and be inspired with One Day at a Time with Kim Huey. Stay abreast with news across the Caribbean and internationally with the Caribbean News Hour, and be entertained with shows like Reggaeville, Caribbean Classics, and Jive Music Show. Visit our website or listen us on TuneIn Radio. There is so much more on Voice of the Caribbean Radio, reaching the Caribbean and beyond. Check website for program schedule.
The SKN Newsline website now offers you more news. Log on to www.sknnewsline.com for local, regional, and international news. You can also watch the latest newscast and keep abreast with news in sports, all from sknnewsline.com. That's www.sknnewsline.com. News at your fingertips.
I love the cable because they're real. What you see is what you get. No hidden agenda, no tricks, just real, honest communication.
Now, in the United Kingdom, Catherine, the Princess of Wales, has announced that she has cancer and is undergoing chemotherapy. Her condition was disclosed in a video message. This follows weeks of speculation about her whereabouts and her health since she was admitted to hospital in January.
It has been an incredibly tough couple of months for our entire family, but I've had a fantastic medical team who have taken great care of me, for which I'm so grateful. In January, I underwent major abdominal surgery in London, and at the time, it was thought that my condition was non-cancerous. The surgery was successful. However, tests after the operation found cancer had been present. My medical team therefore advised that I should undergo a course of preventative chemotherapy, and I'm now in the early stages of that treatment. This, of course, came as a huge shock, and William and I have been doing everything we can to process and manage this privately for the sake of our young family. As you can imagine, this has taken time. It has taken me time to recover from major surgery in order to start my treatment. But most importantly, it has taken us time to explain everything to George, Charlotte, and Louis in a way that's appropriate for them, and to reassure them that I'm going to be okay.
Well, let's speak to Richard Fitzwilliams. He's a royal watcher and commentator and a public relations specialist. He joins us now via Skype from London. Richard, obviously this is terrible news for a young family, but also to have to go through all of this in the public eye. I mean, a video statement like this on a private medical matter, that's not exactly been standard for the royal family in the past, right?
Indeed not. This is an absolutely extraordinary situation, and I think that it's Catherine, Princess of Wales, has said that discovering that, in fact, cancer was present after having undergone operation for abdominal surgery, I mean, that this was a shock. I think listening to this, I think we will be somewhat shocked, because it is so difficult to come to terms with this, and it is so personally stressful, this condition. And I mean, if you consider also the way that she has emphasized the closeness of her partnership with William, and most particularly also looking after the children. They break up today, hence the timing of the broadcast. This is a very, very sensitive human situation, and it's been so difficult in recent weeks. I mean, we now know, of course, that as she underwent the operation in January, and subsequently she's been undergoing chemotherapy, and she's seen very vulnerable in the broadcast. And I think that seriousness has got across to all of us, and it was really very, very moving to listen. But it's a very, very strong trial that they're going through now.
Well, she's asked for time, space and privacy. I mean, there's been huge amounts of social media speculation, conspiracy theories over the last few weeks and months. Will she get what she's asking for?
Well, the time and space is, of course, an echo of the famous plea by Diana. There's no doubt at all that anyone of any decency will recognize this for what it is. It's a potentially tragic situation. It's extremely serious, as she's not only recovering from major surgery, but also fighting cancer. She most certainly should from anyone who has a shred of decency.
She's also been one of the hardest working royals in terms of royal engagements, and I know she hasn't said what kind of cancer that she has, but obviously this will have an impact on the amount of engagements that not only she, but certainly her family and Prince William, what they'll be engaged in the weeks and months to come.
Yes, that's absolutely true. I mean, we don't know how things will pan out over the months to come, and obviously not the time that she will be able to begin undertaking royal engagements. And of course, this has happened, as you know, with King Charles undergoing treatment for cancer as well. I mean, it's a very difficult time for the monarchy. Royal planners looking months ahead as they do, it's impossible. Clearly, the focus must be on beating this malign illness, and millions around the world will sympathize with her, and they will, I think, pray for her recovery and also hope that she is given the time and the space and the privacy with her family, with her husband. They're a remarkable team. They're the world's most glamorous royal couple, and they're facing a crisis.
Indeed. I'm sure a lot of people will be wishing her well today, her and her young family. Richard Fitzwilliams, a royal watcher, speaking to us there from London. Thank you so much for joining us, Richard.
Thank you.
With former President Trump's bond payment deadline looming, New York Attorney General Letitia James is laying the groundwork to seize some of his assets. James has filed documents that could lead to the seizure of Trump's golf course and his estate in Westchester County, should the former president fail to post his $464 million bond by Monday.
We have a lot of cash and we have a great company, but they want to take it away.
Trump's lawyers say he faces insurmountable difficulties obtaining a bond, that 30 insurance companies have turned him down because he doesn't have enough cash, and they won't accept his properties as collateral. Trump says the Attorney General is trying to force him to sell his real estate at fire sale prices, and if and when I win the appeal, they would be gone.
If Trump does not post his bond by Monday, state officials aren't going to close these buildings down, but they could move to file liens to start to claim ownership, and that might give us a window into what some of Trump's assets are actually worth.
But Trump could soon see a cash windfall. Today, shareholders of a large shell company could vote on whether to merge with Trump's media company. That merger would put the media company, which includes Trump's social media platform Truth Social, on the stock market. The former president's stake could be worth billions. Trump would not immediately be able to convert that stock into cash, but could potentially take loans out against it. The timing of that potential merger is still being worked out. Meanwhile, Trump's legal costs aren't his only financial challenge. He's also trailing President Biden in fundraising.
Joseph is in the Royal Challengers Bangalore squad to face Chennai Super Kings. The Antiguan is in a lineup with the likes of Captain Faf du Plessis, Virat Kohli and Glenn Maxwell. Rivals Chennai Super Kings will be skippered by Ruturaj Gaikwad, who has replaced MS Dhoni. Gaikwad will be leading several stars, including Ajinkya Rahane, Moeen Ali, and Ravindra Jadeja. ESPN Cricket Info reports that he has a proud record to defend because the odds are stacked against RCB in Chennai. The last time they beat CSK at the venue was back in the first IPL season in 2008. RCB have lost 7 on the trot since then, with their most recent fixture in 2019 when they were spun out for 70. In addition to Joseph, several other West Indians will appear in the most lucrative T20 tournament in the world. They include Andrew Russell, Shea Hope, Sunil Narayan, Shervin Rutherford, Nicholas Puran, and Shimron Hetmyer. The IPL will climax on May 29th. Jack Matthew, ABS Sports.